It has to be said that ever since Elon Musk's cameo in Iron Man 2, he has only grown more and more like the fictional eccentric billionaire Tony Stark, saying things out loud that he probably shouldn't be saying.
I am Iron Man.
Case in point, Musk's recent tweet, in which he proposed selling his 10% stock in the company, which took not only Twitter or the internet, but the whole financial world by storm. The 10% stocks are 1.7% of the company, valued at $20.8 billion. Selling at such a price would also mean a proportionate amount of tax, which has made the ensuing debate only more heated. As it happened, Musk has now sold more than $6.9 billion worth of shares, as 58% voted that he should, and the sale is liable for capital gains tax of at least $1.4 billion. Musk has a reputation for often posting smart tweets, but also nonsensical ones every now and then. Although this particular one did seem like one of his shenanigans, turns out he did, at least partially, mean business. In any case, we've got a few questions that need to be answered about this issue. This is of course the very first concern. Is Musk ignoring his fiduciary duties by leaving such an important decision to his followers on a platform as volatile as Twitter? No matter what ends up happening in the long run, it is hard to neglect the fact that Musk is taking the concerns of all other stakeholders in Tesla incredibly lightly. We all know the stock market is volatile, and factors that swing it this way or that can be just as arbitrary. One such factor has been, surprise surprise, Elon Musk's tweets. Musk is already well aware of how his tweets can make the stock market go nuts. Like when he boosted Signal's price off the charts with a single mention. Was he trying to create another such havoc around Tesla? Anyway, after the tweet, the Tesla stock went surprisingly low. It did pick up later, but still did the company no favors. The same has happened since the sale. Thanks to the imminent expiration of the stock options, everyone expected the selling of the stocks, but no one expected the poll. Was this a move to actually see how public opinion stood? Or was it to give his followers a sense of control over his finances? A total of 63.3 million people follow Elon Musk on Twitter, of which 3.5 million people voted, 58% of which said that he should sell 10% of his Tesla stock. Among these people, there might be some who think it is about time that Elon paid his taxes. There might be some who'd like to see him lose 10% of his shares. And there might also be someone who knows that Elon can put that money to good use. Or most of them know that his stocks are up for expiration, and he'd be doing it anyway, with or without the poll. Which leads us to our next question. Although his stock options will not expire till the month of August 2022, Musk mentioned that they will be sold by the fourth quarter of 2021. He could have waited, but it seems like he prefers to sell them now, when the tax rates are presumably lower than what they are going to be next year. Then why would he put up a poll and take opinions? Once again, it just looks like he's having some fun on Twitter, as regulatory filings actually show that Musk had initiated the sale of at least some of these shares, even ahead of the Twitter poll. For the argument's sake, let's say Musk had chosen not to sell his stocks after the poll. Would he have been defrauding his followers? Could it have caused more repercussions than it already had? From what we know, if Elon didn't sell his stocks, it would be just like the time he went back and forth about Bitcoin and Doge, or any other crypto for that matter. Prices may fall a little, but then pick back up again. Well, if statements on a volatile platform are legally binding, then no user would be able to post flippant tweets every now and then. The only thing Elon would be doing if he did not abide by the poll was to push his followers to question his morals and ethics. If the majority voted no, would he still have abided and let the stocks expire? The answer is most likely no. If he did that, forget about Twitter followers. How much trust would he have left among the board members at Tesla? Let us say, to keep the sanctity of the poll intact, that Elon Musk would not have sold his stock if the majority had voted no. For how long can he keep up with stock that is about to expire? Or if he chooses to not sell this year, and if the tax rate goes up next year before expiration? It doesn't look smart to sell them then. So all hands always pointed to selling the stocks soon. A lawsuit regarding a similar incident in September 2018 had led to an agreement that Elon should check with the Tesla security lawyers before tweeting something regarding the company. It was later modified that he needed pre-clearance only for certain categories of tweets, like those regarding the company's securities. Now, does this poll violate the agreement? If so, is Musk likely to be involved in another lawsuit? One might also wonder whether this is something Musk is doing based on information, presumably negative, about the company. If so, the whole move would be considered insider trading, which of course is illegal. Well, chances are that this is not the case, as Tesla stocks are not varying that drastically. And if he was insecure about the company, Musk probably wouldn't have waited until the stocks reached the verge of expiration. Taxing billionaires is a discussion that is never going to go away. Nevertheless, even with tax paid, Elon Musk is left with billions at hand, with which he can do whatever he wants. He could invest in various platforms, including crypto, like Bitcoin and Doge, or GameStop and more. Or he could simply buy more Tesla stock for himself. Now, here's the takeaway for you. As entertaining as his tweets are, Elon Musk's way of handling his stocks are not very inspiring or commendable. At the same time, such an approach is really of major consequence to you, only if your portfolio is heavily dependent on particularly volatile stocks. So if all your equity is so delicate that one tweet can enrich or destroy it, maybe you aren't investing right. If you like the video, do drop a like and share it with your friends. Also, make sure you subscribe to the MyMoneyKarma channel to get your daily dose of insights from the wide world of finance. Over and out.